Hey everyone, Christian again, and this time I'm going to do a review on the triangle palm, also known scientifically as Dypsis decaryi. And this palm is very popular in the landscape in Florida, and it's become very popular in the past 20 years. It is a native to Madagascar, where it grows on the south part of the island in the hills there, and it actually is a quite cool area for an island that's considered relatively tropical. But there are many highlands in the area, and this area does get frost once in a while, I believe, where it is native to. And you can actually see this one here is in flower, and the bees are doing some pollinating. There's actually a much larger one behind it, which is the original, and this is it's rare to see triangles this tall in Florida. It was probably planted around 1990 or so, when they were first kind of coming out of the country. So this palm is, the reason it's called the triangle palm is it's tristichous, meaning it has three directions in which the fronds come out. You can see here one's coming out towards me and then two out to the sides. So it grows kind of like a triangle, hence the name. And there are a number of tristichous plants, but this is the most accentuated of all of those. And it kind of has like three faces to it as a result. We're kind of looking at a face here. And this palm kind of grows in a drier habitat, like I said, drier and cooler. It grows in mountainous regions of southern Madagascar, which would be further away from the equator. So it naturally has a little bit of cold tolerance. I would say it can probably handle down to about 26, 27 degrees before it starts getting significant damage. And the beautiful thing also about this palm is that there is a very blue variety, and it naturally does have a blue-green about it. So one weird aspect of this palm is the seeds. The seeds don't turn any color when they're ready. They just drop on the ground. So it's really hard to tell a ripe seed just by picking it off the plant. You have to just assume that its mature size is enough to kind of say, okay, well, it's ready, or just wait till they drop on the ground. But they do germinate relatively easy. It's not a hard to grow plant. Just I wouldn't overwater it. It doesn't like really swampy conditions. Yeah, give it full sun and give it some good drainage, and you'll get it's a moderately growing plant. I wouldn't say it's fast. I wouldn't say it's too slow, but there's definitely ways that if you fertilize it, it will grow much faster. And this one, I remember when this plant here was just a seedling, and I could have ripped it out of the ground if I wanted to get rid of it. And there were a number of seedlings that were taken up because the seeds are prolific here and will grow up around the mature main plant. So it can cause, here it can be somewhat of a nuisance, but obviously, people who want to grow plants would think, oh, well, why wouldn't you want more plants? Well, eventually it becomes very weedy, and it takes away from the beauty of the original plant. So there's one offspring from the main plant. Actually, I'm sorry, two. There's another smaller one here. So this one's a little bit more of a juvenile. Get a good picture of it there. Unfortunately, it's growing right in, a cycad is growing right into it and taking up much of the view there. But if we look up at this one, you can kind of get that nice, beautiful look. The spread of the leaves. It kind of looks like a three-sided traveler's tree, which is not a palm, by the way. And we can discuss that in another video. But yeah, it's relatively easy to grow. It tolerates a lot of Florida's conditions. It tolerates some drought, and if you get some seeds, just throw them. Don't worry about cleaning off the fruit, because it doesn't really fall off. It just kind of is there. In my experience, there's probably a way to clean it that I don't really bother with it. I just kind of throw them in a pot, and they'll just pop up eventually. So I know it's not much for a proper way of growing them, but that's how I grow them. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's intolerant to 9B. You can usually find these actually at Home Depot. I'm not saying that you should go there and buy them there. I would recommend buying them from a nursery. You probably get a better deal anyway. But it's relatively common, especially here in Florida. And seems to tolerate a decent amount of indoor. It'll deal with low humidity as well. I think it's part of growing in that highland climate. There's not a little bit drier Mediterranean cool aspect about it, allows it to grow indoors. I would say you could keep it indoors for, say, like a week at a time, bring it back out, And people that live in northerly climates can do that, where some palms can't handle that. So anyway, that's about it for the triangle. If you have any more questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you enjoy these videos, go ahead and subscribe, and there will be many more in the future. So hope you enjoy this, and have a good weekend.